Girl, get fit. It would affect your love life absolutely. The person my husband married is not the person he lives with today. I was slimmer then, but I'm fitter now. So you see, hey, beautiful people, welcome to the Coach Thyna show. I'm excited to see you guys for those who are watching and to speak to you guys for those who are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and every digital platform. I missed you guys, and that's because we didn't have a physical episode last week, so we had the audio episode, but now we're back on visuals. What I want to talk to you about today is very close to my heart. And because based on the insights of the listeners on the Coach Thyna show, I know that it's more women who listen to the Coach Thyna show. So I try to be direct with you ladies. So today we're talking about 2 routines that will positively affect your love life. Daily routines, you can call it, weekly routines, you can call it, but they're so important for us as women because, let me tell you something. Your life will never remain the same when you get married. And so from when you are single, I want to tell you these 2 routines to help you in your singleness so that when you get married, it'll be easy. You hear me talk about it a lot, but I want to dive to number 1. The number 1 thing that will affect your relationship from when you're dating into the marriage, 10 years, 20 years into the marriage, is your personal hygiene. I want you to know this and know it for life. You know why? Because when I owned a spa, and I'm going to be very detailed with this information, when I owned a spa, girls that are like Christians will come to my spa and they're talking about doing their facials, washing their hair, and that's all cool. But you see all them unbeliever girls, they come because they want to come and find out if there's a new soap to wash their cookie area, if there's a new sweetener, if there's all this crazy stuff that we see online these days. It's because somehow they understand that, attracting a man is one thing, keeping him is another thing. So they take care of themselves like their lives depends on it, because it actually does. So from things like brushing your teeth, for those who are Africans, you grow up hearing your mom and your dad saying go and brush your teeth. So you think that they mean to brush your teeth. No. When we brush our teeth, the most important part is our tongue. And so anytime I see a woman with bad breath, I always feel for the husband. I always pity for the man, like, Kai. And men are so sweet in their nature that they don't pick on every little details like we women. So a man can be with you for years and never tell you that you have bad breath. But if it's your female friend, she's going to be like, change your toothpaste, get a better toothpaste, use mouthwash, use, tongue scrapers. Your female friends can easily tell you that your breath is bad, but your man can't tell you that your breath is bad. So you need to work on it now so that it would never be a problem. I would never forget one, very top lady I met when I came to the UK. I don't want to mention names because it's quite embarrassing. And I heard her speak to my face for the first time. And I was so worried. Her first words to me blew me away. And I asked my husband, honey, so this woman has had bad breath. And then he said, yes. I said, so you too, there is no way her husband is not aware that her breath is bad. I'm going to beg my husband to actually give me my toothbrush so that I can show you girls how to brush your teeth. So if you're listening to the Coach Thyna show on audio, this will be the time to jump to the video so that you can see how to brush your teeth so that you will never have bad breath another day of your life. Honey, could you please help me with the toothbrush? The man in your life might never tell you that your breath is bad. How he will never tell you that your, private area is smelling. How will you know? It's by learning. It's by learning the unforced rhythms of grace. So you take your toothbrush, right? How all of us know how to brush from childhood is, this is the way I brush my teeth, brush my teeth, brush my teeth. This is the way I brush my teeth early in the morning. And so we have kids growing up brushing their teeth like this. That's the wrong way to brush. So So this is what I teach on the masterclass for those who have been too stubborn to attend one of my masterclasses, my personal hygiene masterclasses. God has buttered your bread today, because I want to do this for the masses. I don't want to attack this or talk about this topic again. Please listen attentively on how to brush your teeth so that you don't kill the man in your life. And when you have a man that his breath is not so great, you can then teach him how to brush. Okay? Now, I use this Oral-B 3D Lux Glamorous Whites. I love it because it's strong in mint. So after you finish brushing your teeth, it's still strong. So you have fresh breath all through the day. When you take your toothbrush, you take half of your toothbrush, halfway into your toothbrush, and then you brush your tongue. When you're brushing your tongue, don't do this. That's not how to brush your tongue. You brush your tongue out. So all the dirt that is inside from the meal you had, everything, you brush out like this. You're not brushing anything when you do this. You're just scraping your tongue. But when you bring out all the dirt that might be making your breath smell, you are good to go. That if you forget to brush at night, the next morning, it might not be so bad. Now, I usually advise people who are working on their breath to brush twice a day. In fact, everyone should brush twice a day. But some people are like, oh, I forget, I sleep off. So I tell everyone, if you know that morning brush is all that you have, please do it with the absolute, interest of yourself and for your love life as well. So you take that first one, you brush it out. You spit out and rinse like you're done brushing your mouth. Are we together? You rinse like you are done, like I'm done, but you're not done. So you rinse your brush, you rinse your mouth, so everything is gone. Then you take the second batch and then you go over to your teeth. And what you do to your teeth is because your teeth is what takes food for you. So your teeth is usually dirtier than this part that people do. This is the way I brush my teeth. So you bring it out. You wash out like this, in, out like this. Here as well. Bring it out, up, down, outside and inside. Not like this. And then you spit it out. Wash like you are done brushing your teeth. Then the third batch is the last batch. People are like, oh, that's a waste of toothpaste. Would you rather someone breaks up with you because your breath is bad? Waste of toothpaste. True love is expensive. Oh. Love is sweeter. When money enter, love is sweeter. So you work hard so you can afford to buy toothpaste and not kill the man that God blesses you with. And as you even grow older, childbearing, I used to bleed every other day while I was pregnant. So when you bear a child, you become less attractive because you don't know that your body has changed. So you still brush like how you used to brush in primary school. No, when you're pregnant, you bleed. Bleeding gums is what they call it. So I changed my toothbrush from adult toothbrush to baby's toothbrush, the ones that are pretty soft, because I needed to still brush excellently well without making my husband suffer for the fact that I'm bleeding in pregnancy. So you must be deliberate. Nobody's going to love you because love is available. People are going to love you because you are exceptional. So you brush exceptionally so that you be an exceptional woman. When you're done with the third, now you're washing every part of your mouth. You're doing the sides of your tongue because that smells really bad. The sides, the very edge, you brush them because they touch your teeth. When you're done, you rinse and then you use mouthwash. You take it in, spit it out. In the evening, you repeat the same thing. If you want to have a happy love life, there is no way you want to kiss me in the morning if you live with me and you call yourself my husband, because I will make sure that my breath is beautiful. That's what you must give to the man that God blesses you with. Some people think that they are ready for marriage. You're not if you're going to kill the man with bad breath. If you're not brushing like this, sorry, I don't know if by the evening your breath is still fresh. Because, in the morning, it's nice. Your breath is good. But in the evening, how is it? By the time you come home from work, how is it? And then you go to bed like that without brushing. That's a daily routine that will affect your relationship, how you brush your mouth. This is 1A. Now, 1B is how you take your shower. I have a full video on my YouTube channel on why the vagina smells even after having a shower. I have a breast care video. I have a sweet personal hygiene video. Please go and binge watch all those videos. People send me DMs every other day. They don't even refer to my relationship videos. They talk about my personal hygiene videos because I am very detailed with how a woman should smell and carry herself. The truth is, when you smell good, you feel good, and then you act good. That's how you attract a man. So some people think that I'm a good girl, I have good character. Men are moved by what they see. So if men are moved by what they see and the appearance they're seeing or smelling is not what they want to marry, they will not marry you regardless of your good qualities. Sorry, not men of today, because there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's IG Reels. They see fine girls every day. Why would they settle with you that you're not taking your personal hygiene seriously? All those girls, they smell like the factory of chocolates and berries. All those girls you see on Instagram, they smell so good. I'm one of them. I would proudly say that I don't have a bad smell day. Some people say, oh, when you have your period, you smell. I'm like, how do you smell when you have your period? Go and watch the video on why the vagina smells even after having a shower, ladies. I can't go deep into it because the vagina is a whole world of itself, okay? So please go and watch the video so that you'll be a blessing to your husband. When you're having an intimate time with your husband, he's blessing you. He's saying you smell so good. There is nothing, and I always tell you girls this thing. Men don't marry the first female they meet. They marry the first female they know they will not meet. So if you're like every other female, why would they marry you? It's harder now to get a husband. At the time my mom and my dad met, she said, they randomly met at one meeting. She was a young girl, I think 18 or 19. And then he married her. These people have been married for over 40-something years. And they have a quarrel-free marriage. They have a beautiful marriage. These are people of the old. They would see you today and marry you tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that anymore. Men need to see something exceptional about you before they marry you. And that's why I always encourage ladies to go on the boot camp. I don't know what you're doing. If you're seriously a spinster who is looking to settle down before you turn 30 or in your 30s, just jump on the boot camp without thinking, oh, I'm paying this, I'm not paying that. The quality of what you learn in the boot camp cannot be compared to any YouTube video because there's so much research done on it. Just how you choose your favorite shop to buy clothes from. That's how we have designed the boot camp to cater for every woman, regardless of her temperament, her job type, her dream man, whatever it is. You need to get on the boot camp. You know why? Because if you don't learn how to create a desire in the heart of a man, you might stay single for a long time, because now people buy sex toys. So all the things that would make men in the olden days marry quickly is not the things people are marrying for now. They can get anything from a woman by paying now. So you see, times have changed. Why will they settle with you is what we teach on the bootcamp. So if you're really serious with your life and you want an absolutely, incredible result, then you better jump on the bootcamp. All my friends are married and we are all in our 20s. How is that possible? We know something that people in their 30s and 40s don't know. That's why they're single walking around. Creating a desire. So on the bootcamp, we teach week 1, attracting him. Yes. So how do you pin a man down that you've not attracted? So we do keeping him engrossed, pinning him down, getting him to marry you. And then I do the bonus class that is being his dream girl for people who are, married then. So it's information that you need when you get married. So if you're not on the bootcamp and you feel like you start talking to men, it's all rosy, it's all nice, you talk, you laugh, suddenly they just stop talking to you. There's something wrong. So I teach to pray for favor, and I also teach attracting, keeping engrossed, pinning, making them marry you. All of this is what you need to know in this time, because you can buy sex, you can buy sex toys, you can buy anything you want that women offer in marriage. You can buy it outside marriage. So why would they marry? You cannot afford to, give yourself to every man that comes into your life. Repositioning yourself and conditioning your mind is what makes you different from the average girl on the street. So what takes you from Miss to Mrs. is knowledge. It's not beauty. It's not a nice figure. It's not, I know a lot of people. A lot of my girls don't even have jobs. They're getting married. Yes. They don't have jobs. They have businesses. Oh, you want to bake cake here? These are the kind of jobs they have. Their businesses. And men who have brilliant jobs are coming towards them. Why? They are creating a desire and they have learned through the boot camp. Okay? It's impossible to do all the things I teach in the boot camp and remain single. It's impossible. I pour a grace over you that makes you unforgettable. Yeah. You girls have made me overemphasized on the tiny things, but I know that this will bless someone in one way. Number 2 is your fitness. Your fitness is the second thing that affects your love life greatly. I'm proof of that. So when I got married, my fitness was 0.000.0. I was in my early 20s when I got married. So I thought I was fit because I was slim. When you're slim, it doesn't mean you're fit, okay? So I was slim, so I thought, well, I'm slim. I don't need to work out or anything or keep fit or do long walks. And then I realized that every time I have an intimate time with my husband, I literally sleep off. I'm telling you. Young girl, 21. How old was I when I got married? Early 20s. And I would sleep off. And the guy would be wondering, Kai, he would never really say that it's bad or, he finds it funny. Until after a while, because I got married, then a few months later, I got pregnant. 2 months later, I got pregnant, right? And then my entire fitness disappointed me because I was literally always tired when I had to do anything. Small twerking, I'm tired. Small anything, cooking, I'm tired. I'm gasping for breath. I'm losing breath. When I have an intimate time with my husband, I'm tired. Like tired, the kind of tired that you're sweating like you just, did a 5-mile walk. And it affected my love life greatly. Thank God for the person I married who is obviously, God's son, who is patient with me. So he never really complained or anything, but I knew that I wasn't giving my best, but I didn't know how well I could go. Fast forward to 1 year after I had my baby, started my fitness journey. Now, why I started my fitness journey was a whole different reason from the results I have now. So I started my fitness journey and I realized that when I finished doing all my hot girl stuff as a married woman, I'm not tired. So I started to ask myself, why? Is it because I'm older? Is it because I never thought for a second that it was my fitness, never once. So it was one day recently, I don't want to spoil the people who are young. I don't want to say. So after pouncing, I then realized that this is how, I move when I'm doing my fitness walk or when I'm working out, all my DR exercises, my Pilates, all of them. This is how I sweat and this is how I feel. But all the bouncing while having an intimate time seemed so easy, like, I'm able to flip. I'm able to do all of this stuff because I am now fit. So I sweat and I have a shower and I feel great. My mind feels great. And I'm able to give myself to my husband completely because I am fit. So you want to be fit. I wouldn't tell you this if it wasn't a factor in my life. So when I see overweight girls, okay, I don't pressure you to lose weight. I encourage you to do what's best for your 50-year-old self, your 60-year-old self. What would she say to you in your 20s now? Girl, get fit. It would affect your love life absolutely. The person my husband married is not the person he lives with today. I was slimmer then, but I'm fitter now. So you see, you give yourself. When he says, we're doing this, I'm up. I'm saying, okay, when after we had a baby, my husband will be pushing the buggy and I'll still be way behind him because I'm not fit. He's pushing the buggy. Sometimes the road, have to turn, you have to do all of that. He's faster than me. I'm saying, can't you wait? Can't you wait? Gasping for breath because I am not fit. Sometimes I'm too tired to even start doing all the romance, how to just, start with your husband. I couldn't. So he was always the one initiating it. That's not what Hot Girls do. Hot Girls TV Global, We initiate it without even letting them know our plans. So you see, I couldn't get the full wholeness of the love life I want now. I'm talking love life, bedroom life. And my next book is going to be about the bedroom. I'm finishing you girls with heavy, heavy stuff that you would need for your marriage, because if you are not equipped, you will not perform. And that's the truth. I didn't know a lot about sex education. I didn't know when I got married. I was just, and that's why I got pregnant. Like, all these rats. You know how rats have 10 babies at once. I got pregnant with my eyes closed. So you see, when you are educated, you do better. Now, I'm grateful for the fact that, I had Shane, because I wouldn't even be thinking of having him now with all the coaching sessions, with all the master classes. I would probably say 10 years later, I'll have a baby. But God knew what he was doing, and that's why it makes no sense for anybody to say coincidence. Nothing coincidental happens in the life of a Christian. I tell you for free. So I am fit now. I was slim then. You might think, oh, I'm a size 8, I'm a size 6. Get fit, girl. Get fit. You need it in your love life. It will affect the way that you are with your man. I used to be so conscious about my body. No. When you are fit, it changes your mind. You know why? Because you then see a picture of where you're going. But when you are not fit, you don't know what you're turning into. You don't know if you're going to be like a bag of rice the next day. So it affects the way that you see your body. That when your man compliments your body, you are not accepting that compliment because you are not fit. When you exercise your body, you exercise your brain, you exercise your self-awareness, you exercise everything that makes you a woman. Fit women will always be attractive. Go and check. All the musicians, American musicians, that we still attend their concerts, they've had children. But you see them wearing the bikini and dancing. And the girls who run the world, girls. Young girls of 16-year-old girls, 17-year-old girls, go pay serious money to see all them who run the world girls. Do you know why? Because she still looks like them, even in her 40s. That's what your fitness does for you. You might be big, get fit. You're not saying I want to be slim by tomorrow. You're saying in the journey of my life, I'll be fit every day. Okay? Today, I was walking by the road. I saw some guys, scary, smoking. I was like, hey, I'm all alone. If my husband was here, I'd have been catwalking. And immediately, I could look left and right. They broke a bottle. If you see run, if you see the run, I just finished shopping. I was carrying a lot of food stuff, grocery shopping. I was still able to run for my dear life because they were fighting. Before you know, shoot gun. What will I say? So you want to be fit. And then, one of my favorite Instagram, comedians, she's hilarious. She just had a 10-year anniversary with her husband, renewal of vow. She's hilarious. She was talking about when she wasn't fit, that, she would just be having an intimate time with her husband. Nothing new. Now that she's fit, when she's having an intimate time with her husband, she'll be in. That should be it. From down there. I could not believe my ears. Like, this woman is hilarious. And it's true. I would never come and ask my husband to say that on camera, because it would be so ill. And if I actually tell Todifo to say on camera, he would overdo it. So I wouldn't even dare. But there's a result in my fitness. And I tell you for free, please be fit now. Because after you have a baby, it's harder. So if you see all those transition videos of women that were pregnant and then had a baby and their bodies go back to normal, it's because they were fit. So all the muscles were ready to be fixed. So be fit before you get married, so it will affect your love life. Now I can do what I like. I can put my legs in the ceiling. I could do whatever I like. Young people, close your ears. But that's the truth. I want you to know the truth that sets free. And that's the crazy thing, because people think that creating a desire all starts from when you want him to marry you. After you get him to marry you, what next? What next? What next? He has to always dream about you. You have to be his dream girl. That's why I always add the extra class that is the dream girl class on the boot camp. You have to be his dream girl. Nobody sat me down to tell me all of this. It's the wisdom of God that inspired me to help more people. You see how some people just wake up and, come out with a new hairstyle. They call it Fulani locks. 2 years ago, all the braids hairstyles that we have now, they weren't in existence 2 years ago. I'm so certain. I'm so certain because when I was going to move to the UK, I wanted to, get the best braids ever. And I got those blonde ones that were curly at the end. Those ones are not raining anymore, those thingy. Now it's those ones that come with curls from the start. So things are changing. You can't stay stagnant. Life is evolving. You must evolve with your fitness, with your personal care. If you don't have any Victoria's Secret perfume, body spray, oil perfume in your wardrobe, girl, you are not on today's, you're not up to date. Victoria's Secret, Pure Seduction is why I got pregnant. Pure Seduction. Every time I wear that, this is free advertisement for Victoria's Secret. If anyone is watching this from Victoria's Secret, you guys send me, something. Please. You guys cash up me. That's what you people say on Instagram these days. This is free advertisement for Victoria's Secret because their scents have transformed my life, and I tell you for free. The Pure Seduction body spray. Sometimes I can't find any of my perfumes or I'm in a hurry. When I use that Pure Seduction body spray, I get compliments like I used all my normal things, body roll-on, perfumes, oil perfumes. So you see, investing in yourself is why a man will stop and halt to say, I want to marry this girl. My husband is going to be fascinated about me. I'm not saying this to brag, God is my strength and the wisdom of God is what inspires me to do the things that I do. But I always want him to be, excited to see me when he's done with his work, when we're going to bed, whatever it is. I want that excitement to be there, just how it was in the beginning where he would always call me on phone. He would not want to get off the phone. When they now marry you, they have other projects. They want to buy a house, buy a car, do this, do that. How will you stay interesting to him if childbearing comes and you let go of yourself? Things happen to women, and I understand whatever situation you're going through or whatever phase you are right now, I understand. But choose not to remain there. Choose not to remain there. That's what differentiates you from the crowd of women. Okay? So you will have the marriage of your dreams, but you have to be ready. And one thing about the marriage of your dreams is you work towards it. You want to be a doctor, you work towards it. You want to be a nurse, you work towards it. You want to be a footballer, you train. You want to be a good wife, an excellent wife, a sweet wife. You invest, you attend master classes. It makes no sense when people say, oh, Coach J. Thyna, I love you, I love your content. And then they see that I'm doing all these things, they are not registering for it. Now, if the issue is finances, I understand that. But the fact that you're not registering because God will do my own is a lazy person that acts like that. You know the parable of talent. So the master gave one 5 talents. He gave the other 2 talents. He gave the other 1 talent. He was expecting to see what they would do with it. So the one with 5 came with 5 more. The one he gave 2 came with 2 more. The one he gave 1 buried it and said, you wicked man. That's how a lot of girls live in this day. God has given you beauty, giving you a nice figure, giving you a good church, but you cannot learn more. You are like that guy that they gave 1 and was too proud to add more. You have to add more to the one that God has given to you. God gave me my beauty, but my beauty was not going to be able to, add a husband to me or give me the marriage I have today. Wisdom is what gives me a quarrel-free marriage. I'm saying it in capital letter, quarrel-free. And it is God that does it. But I wouldn't be here today enjoying the marriage that God has blessed me with if I am not educated. So God will use your wisdom to bless you. He won't carry somebody else's wisdom to bless you. He will use the one that you have inside of you to bless you. So get more, add more to yourself. Don't be like that one that said, oh, master, you gave me only 1. The one that he's giving you. If it's your curve, use it. If it's your face, some people, they have the best face. They don't have the bum of their dreams. Use your face. Let us see your face. I've archived most of my pictures from when I was single. I should go and bring them back to really inspire someone who is watching me. When I was single, most of you met me when I got married. When I was single, I would post with my whatever I had, okrika. If you're Nigerian, you know what okrika is. I could only afford okrika, but you would never tell. I only started to afford boutique when I met my husband. Yes, I'm going to say it because it's God that did it. It's not me. It's not my beauty. My beauty gave me followers on Instagram. But my wisdom is what made people follow me and stay. The same way your beauty attracts men to you, your wisdom is what keeps those men. So you cannot lean on your beauty alone. You have to add more, add more. Press down, shaking together, running over. That's what you want for yourself. So these two things that I shared one A and one B. Please make a commitment that you want to have your shower at least twice a day. Some people, when they're changing their pads, they just remove pad and put pad. They don't wipe. They don't wash their hands. They wear one pad all day because the floor is not heavy. No. Change the life that you have and watch how life changes towards you. I tell you for free, I used to be a very dirty female. And every time I talk about personal hygiene, I should always add this fact because I wasn't born with the gift to know when to wash. Wearing black bra one whole year. I could wear one bra for a year till my mom complains. That's how bad it was as a teenager. But God refreshed my mind. He gave me friends who would help me. He gave me mentors. He gave me leaders. He gave me people who would speak into me. And that's why it makes no sense for you to be, an island of yourself. You don't have friends that can inspire you. You don't have friends that, pray with you. You don't have friends that are doing something you want to do, or a mentor or a leader. It could be on Instagram, literally. Reach out to that person that you feel drawn to and let them help you. I had fleets of mentors as a teenager. Yes. And it's not a mystery that my life is not the way that it used to be. Because as long as they keep pouring water on that plant, it would grow. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of rain and sun, but it will grow. You're that plant. Keep watering yourself. You see this person you like, reach out to them. I want help with this. I feel like every time I start talking to a new guy, I already think he's my future husband. I need help. Your mind is being renewed because it's one word. One of the words that has stayed with me, it's been 10 years. One of my mentors told me this. He said, Thyna, when you have a gift, a talent, and you keep sharpening that gift, you are like a cube of sugar thrown in the middle of a white house. Ants will locate that sugar, not because the house is white, but because there is sugar. They smell sugar. That's how you are. I use that same principle even in marriage. Yes, to get married, that's the same principle. As long as I have sugar in my house, they will locate me. So I was in Nigeria with my sugar. My husband from the UK located me with that sugar located me to collect that sugar or leak from that sugar. Because when you have something, nations will come to you. So those of you who, this is for two sets of people. One, the ones who are looking and believing God for godly friends. There are so many godly friends. Keep adding to yourself. They will keep coming to you. I make friends every other day now on Instagram. They're coming. Coach Jaytan. It's not a mystery. I have something to offer. So someone said this to me and I want to tell you this. She said, oh, you've always been lucky. You've always had friends that like you. No, I've not always been lucky. I've not always had friends that like me. I've had friends that hated me. I've had friends that envied me. What makes them come is my sugar. I have something to give. I have something to offer. They know that I have something to offer. So even if they jealous me, they still want to come. One example is one girl I met at the time I got engaged. She followed me on Instagram. She had been engaged at the time and she was all there like she wants to be my friend. I knew that she's just looking for married people to gum body. And because I got married before her, so she wanted me to tell her everything about my relationship, because at the time I used to post all the devotionals I did with my husband. So she needed all the information. And I think that's cute. Someone's doing something you want to do. It's fine. But I knew that she was not in love with me. I knew it. And that's why it makes no sense to be with some people who don't, love you. So I knew she wasn't in love with me. I'd release new music. She won't post it. She will watch all my story. This is not to spite her or anything. I'm just telling you that you can tell when people genuinely love you, because I have some great friends that all I say is the word. I say book launch. They're like, oh, I found you a hall. I found you this. I found you that. Now, I do not take people like this for granted. And so don't take people that God blesses you for granted. Be a blessing to them. So I look for ways to be a blessing to them. Okay? So she will come and do, I knew she was not in love with me. All I did was to unfriend her. Yes, wisdom tells you to avoid people who hate you but want to be around you. Okay? Wisdom is what protects you. And I'm going to do more, episodes concerning things like picking your friends with wisdom, because the truth is your friends also influence your marriage greatly. Oh, greatly. I have unfriended some people because their marriages, were just a disaster and they wouldn't want to let people help them. I mean, it's okay if you have a headache and I say, oh, take painkillers, and you take, oh, yeah, give me, and you have a headache and your head is pounding and we can literally see your head pounding, and you're like, no, I don't need painkillers. What do? I either run away, because if you die, they're going to say I killed you or something crazy like that, or I let you be. So this doesn't mean that you're not going to meet people that you're not on the same stance with, but are they willing to be helped? That's the beginning and end of everything. But the man you finally marry, he might not be as, educated as you, or have all the information you have about the Bible, church, and everything. At the time I met my husband, he wasn't always paying his tithe. Now, he was a faithful Christian, but he hadn't gotten the revelation of tithing. Stupid people will say, oh, he's not tithing, God forbid. I only had one conversation with him, and I'm blessed to see that happen. And that's another reason why I know God made me a counselor and a coach, because, just one conversation, I'm able to convince someone. It's a blessing. Just how some people can sing. It's a blessing. And I saw him faithful till this day, faithful with his tithing, faithful with his giving. So you might not meet a man who is exactly like you and all your lifestyle, perfect like you. But is he willing to grow? Is he willing to develop himself? That's all you need. Most ladies are looking for a perfect man. Where will you find him? Are you even perfect yourself that you're looking for a perfect man? So people send me voice notes on Instagram because they can't put it in typing, and they're sending me voice notes. I like voice notes, so I just listen while I'm cooking or something. And they're like, I just need a man that is up to my standard and up to my. I say, UK girls, calm down. There is nothing like a man up to your standard. Is he willing to love you right? And how do you know? It's by your standards. So one of my standards is I don't cook for people that I'm not married to. Was my husband willing to still date me without eating my food? That's a standard that I set for myself, not because I can't cook, but so that I won't cook for just anyone that isn't serious with me. Why? Because cooking is an investment for me. I do it with love. So if I'm cooking for you, I need to be sure that, you're going to stay. Or if you're not like me, that's fine. We are all different. That's why I always say that there is nothing like the perfect marriage, the perfect Cinderella, happily ever after, boom. No. What you have is the marriage of your dreams. So whatever it is that you want, position yourself for it. Get knowledge, get insight, and you will stand out. When I had a spa, when people don't come, I'll just pick up one of Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo's book and I'm reading it. One book I read over and over again at that time was The Way Men Think manual. So I would read how men think. Men are not motivated by how we are motivated. Ashwebi, Bridal Train, all those things that we like. They're not. So when I knew it, I removed all of that from my mind, and it made me attract so many suitors, because I'm not talking like an average woman they meet, my hair, this, and they will talk. I'll answer them the way that I know they want to be answered. And they are intrigued because they can't wait to live with me. That's how you really get a man to marry you. So if you're not on the boot camp, if you're not registered, starts on the 29th of July. Run, because the slots are actually going out. Go and register. I can't wait for you to have a testimony just like other people. Some of the testimonies are on the website for people who are interested to see how God is helping people change their mindsets. And if you're from a broken home, your parents are not married anymore, your parents are divorced, whatever the case is, or you grew up just having one, maybe you lost one on time, you need a mind reshaping, because all you've had is love from either a mother or a father. So you need balancing, so knowledge is power. And this is not because of the term knowledge is power. Knowledge is actually power. You hold it in your hand and you control it to work for you and help you walk through the journey of life. All right. I will see you in the next episode. I know that this has been amazing because I also got blessed. Have a beautiful day. If you're a new person here, please subscribe and get other people to subscribe. I'm looking to get to 1K by my birthday. My birthday is in few days. Is it possible to actually get to 1K? Well, you guys are going to tell me if it's possible. I want to get to 1K by my birthday. So if you're seeing this, please drag everyone you know. If 10 people who are watching me bring 10 more people, I will get to 1K in no time. Have a beautiful day and get me to 1K. Project Get Coach J Thyna to 1K subscribers. Like it when you like, people see it. Subscribe when you subscribe, people see it. And I will see you next week. Have a beautiful week. Bye.